Hello, dear friend. Welcome back. After their encounter with the friendly ancient dragons, the Riftseekers were teleported to the town of Kirdrogot. Here, they seek to find another divine part of Ethos. They will soon come to find that there is much more happening in this town than meets the eye, and a man who is near and dear to the heart of one of our adventurers will soon make an appearance. Welcome back, dear friends, to Fragments of a Lost Home. So, okay, I don't know why that confused me. Last time we left off, you guys had left the town of Lemaine after successfully resurrecting Valen Ahemoth. You acquired some new mounts and an animal companion. Yep. Traveled to the Dragon Springs where you met two very friendly ancient metallic dragons. Before they parted with you, they gave you a charm of restoration, and the other one teleported you to the town of Kirdrogot. Yep. So that is where we currently are now, as I had described before. As you guys are teleported and you see the town in front of you, what you would see initially, you might be like on top of a hill, kind of in the near distance away. You'd be able to see kind of like the grand view of Kirdrogot, at least from this level. Currently, there are hundreds upon hundreds of tents that surround a like sinkhole, and there is a tree or tree branch, I guess. No, it'd be an actual tree that is coming out of the sinkhole, and it's a rather large tree, similar to like the one you guys would have saw in Nasal, not an ironwood tree, but still rather large. Big tree. There are a lot of people moving about currently. Yeah, that is what you guys would see in front of you. It is a nice and sunny day out. There's a light breeze going through. There's really no other landmarks around you. There is like a forest behind you to the south. Southeast and west, there would be kind of forests in the distance. And then I guess from where you are right now, very, very far away, you would see the mountains of the Mirefold. The large, dark mountains that surround the Scourgelands that is the Mirefold. I don't know with your eyes if you'd be able to see Oselia from here, but
no, probably not.
Yeah, that's always what I have trouble with describing, like very far, because like if it's a mountain, you can see that. Yeah, so you can definitely see the mountains, but maybe not the city of Oselia from where you guys are at. Okay. But you know that you are getting pretty close.
We're closing in.
Yeah.
We're closing in.
But from here, there really is no lush forest life beyond Kirdrogot. It is very much a plains type of landscape.
Starts leveling out.
Yeah, kind of flat plains land, not so much the hilly riftlands that you are accustomed to while traveling. In fact, most of that is behind you at this point. Kirdrogot seems to be kind of like the last town that has forest life, I guess. But if you were to continue farther north, there's a lot less of it. So, with that, you guys have teleported to this new town, and few things would immediately happen. First off, Eve, your little fragment compass would point behind you as you teleport, and you would notice this. You kind of feel like when there's a shift in your fragments that orbit around you, and you would just kind of as if there are like eyes watching you. Like you kind of feel a presence. You just notice that there's a shift with the fragment that is now pointing behind you. All of you would be like on top of this like grassy green hill. There's some shade as there's like a tree right above you providing some shade. And as you teleport, you would hear, I think it would be kind of like a small squeak as you guys all just poof into existence. And then you would hear a voice from behind you as well. And it's like a, you kind of hear like a shuffling and like a book drops to the ground. And then you just hear, oh, I know I'm not on anything right now. What is this? And as you guys turn around, well, you guys would have the wagon, Ivor with you, but I don't think any of you were inside the wagon when you teleported, right?
I don't think so, no.
You were all just kind of like grouped together.
Yeah. We huddled. Seeker style.
And as you turn around, you would see a strange figure lounging on top of like a really big root to this tree. Appears to be a man who has the features of a half-elf and a tiefling.
Well,
light tan skin, sharp features, 2 different colors eyes, red and black. Oh, sorry, red and black eyes. So like the pupils are red, the irises are white or black, if I'm getting that correct.
Sclare?
the whites of his eyes are black, and then his iris is.
Thank you. That's the one. Yep. I don't know eyes.
Is that called the sclera?
Sclera, yeah.
Is it? I thought it.
What's the
He taught me
sclera?
that.
The whites.
The whites of your eyes is the sclera.
The sclera, yeah.
Sclera?
Sclera,
SCLERA.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Sclera.
because Jamie likes sclera
Yeah,
lenses
sclera.
for
some reason I
contacts.
just thought
Yeah.
that's what they
sure.
called
Okay, sclera. His sclera is black, while his pupils are red. Right?
Irises.
Irises.
The iris is the color. The pupil is the black dot in the middle of it.
Ah.
That's what goes wah, 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 and dilates.
As long as we're all on the same page.
we're like wrong.
You idiot! You
Doesn't even know
fool!
what a
You
sclera
You
is.
moron! Anyways,
Dummy.
so yeah, the red and black eyes, short, greasy black hair, curved horns on his head, and yeah, as you turn around, you see that he. Ooh, I'm not gonna have you roll a history check. The armor he's wearing, you've all seen this before, at least once, at the very beginning of your journey. He's not wearing a helmet, but laying on the ground beside him is a helmet in the shape of a bird. And let me pull this up really quickly.
So
His shape would be that of a hummingbird. So it is a more of a round helm with a long, thin, pointed beak. And it's made of like plate metal that has kind of like a darker like red tint to it. But he appears to be wearing kind of like bits of plate armor on him with kind of like a long black like skirt, I guess you could say. And then all over are like long pieces of cloth that have like runic symbols on them.
I'm so sorry. Say that last part again.
Attached to his clothing and like skirt are like long pieces of cloth that have runic symbols on them.
It's giving the what are they called? You might know this, Dubin. The
Dubin.
sisters in Warhammer that wear seals.
Yeah, Shields of Purity.
What are they called? The sisters.
Oh, Adeptus Sororitas. Yeah, I think that's right. Something like that.
Continue.
Twisting.
I'll find to show.
Very good. So that is his noticeable features. The only other thing that is noticeable is orbiting around this man's skull is a fragment of your vesiculum, Eve.
Oh no!
And as you like turn to look at him, he like blinks a couple times and like really tries to focus in. And he's just like staring at you all. There's a book on the ground that is like fallen open. And he had like a quill in his hand that he was writing something before all of you just poof into existence. Are you guys real?
No.
Okay. Yeah,
Definitely.
I might be on something.
Definitely not real.
Why are we lying? First thing, hey, we just landed.
First instinct.
Okay. Honestly, it was really kind of funny. Yeah, I was like, I kind of wanted to follow through.
You judge me for being a shit? Your first instinct is to lie?
Yep.
Let the old man
Is this
have...
supposed to be a private conversation? Am I not supposed to be
No,
listening?
you're fine.
You're fine.
We're real.
Let the old man have fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm used to it.
See?
Oh.
Yes, we are real.
Okay.
Ish.
Okay.
Well, and he stands up and he like cracks his back and then like stands to attention. He grabs his helm and like holds it under his arm. Well, yeah, I think I'm still on duty here. I need to ask your, what was he said again? It was, your purpose. Why are you here? Who are you? And you see him like slowly start to like reach down for like his scabbard. More so just like in preparation, just in case.
We are, we call ourselves the Riftseekers. We're just a silly, goofy group of fellas.
Oh, you're adventurers.
Yeah.
Yes.
That we are.
Do you have your guild papers?
Oh, we
We're
are
not
not
official.
actually affiliated with a guild. We tried to do that, ended up in a sewer instead.
We
That
didn't like
did-
the idea of paying fees, to be completely honest.
That is very... I mean, the sewer was much more interesting.
The sewer brought on some trauma for me
Oh, yeah, I don't
personally.
need to hear anything more about a sewer.
Sorry.
The sewer kind of fucking sucked.
If you're not affiliated with the guild, that's fine. I'm supposed to ask questions because you know there are some like high tension around here and whatnot, you know.
Oh, as in like...
Like further north
North
or
stuff?
here?
Or is the answer to that question yes?
Yes,
Okay.
both.
Okay.
Both is good.
As long as you're not refugees, then I mean, really don't have to worry about you all that much. As long as you don't cause any
Refugees
shit.
from
Yeah,
where?
refugees,
I
like
assume
what's that?
North.
Like what's that whole sitch kind of?
He like
New to the area, just kind of want to get like a lay of the land.
he removes his hand from his scabbard and puts like his hand on his hip, and he like almost takes a sigh of relief knowing that like, oh, these people are kind of stupid. Maybe they don't know anything. And he goes, I see. Well, so, first off, maybe not a good idea to go any farther past Kirdrogot if you're adventurers. There's some things going on in Oselia right now, and it's not good. No.
We've heard a little bit about it.
Oh,
Just like we know that stuff is like...
yes. Currently, right now, there is a bit of what did he call it again? A war, civil war.
Like an
That's-
internal conflict.
an internal conflict. You see, our Grand Cross, is kind of took side with this other guy, and he's not a good guy. Maybe, I'm not too sure about him. Anyways, our Grand Cross started acting a little weird. Tried to get everyone to stay in Oselia when things were starting to, not.
Good.
Yeah, good. No. But then our leader, the ones that we follow, her name's Adelaide. She we follow her. Yes. And we left Oselia trying to get some of the civilians out because things are not good there anymore. Yeah.
What is Adelaide like a...
Her rank, Grand Officer.
Okay.
She is directly below our Grand Cross, Septulus Artok. But,
Grand Officer?
yes, Grand Officer Tyvera, Adelaide Tyvera. She's a very powerful individual, though, and commands a lot of people out of respect. And so those who sided with her, well, we followed our commander here. Yeah.
Is Grand Officer Adelaide Tyvera here?
No, she's in Oselia still, with some of our other comrades.
I see.
I see. Okay.
So yes, going north, really wouldn't recommend it all that much.
That sounds like a not good time.
No, not at all.
What was your name? I'm so sorry.
Oh, yes, I am Zenorin.
Alright.
Zenorin, officer of the Birds of Plague.
Officer Zenorin of
The birds, huh?
Birds of Plague?
Birds of Plague.
Bro, what the fuck? Okay, that's cool.
Kind of a dark, foreboding name, but yeah.
Birds of Plague? Shut the fuck up, that's rad. Okay.
You and with like organizations with the word plague in it, because plague lights, birds of plague. The plague.
So, why are you here?
In Kirdrogot?
Yeah.
Yes. So, our Grand Officer sent a group of us Birds of Plague out of Oselia to guide the refugees to Kirdrogot to make sure that they are safe from the impending war of Oselia.
That makes sense.
Amazing.
You guys are like all super not about the new guy that showed up and shit got weird, but your Grand Cross
Absolutely is.
is all about it.
Yes, our Grand Cross does have quite a large number of us Birds of Plagues that still follow him, but most of us in Oselia were there to protect and serve not only the gods, but the civilians of Skathan, protecting them from the scourge of the Mirefolk. And now ever since the arrival of, what was that man's name?
Was he kind of priestly in nature?
Yes, he was a flux.
Fluxweaver?
That's the one.
Ambrister Curie?
Yes! Yes. He came to Oselia, and now he is... He's holed up in a building which is, well, it looks like it came straight from the Nine Hells, I'll tell you that much. And the Grand Cross kept telling everyone it'll be fine, it'll be okay, everyone's safe, even though whatever contagion or scourge or whatever the hell that man brought with him, it is spreading, and let me tell you, it is like chaos over there.
Great.
And our Grand Cross is trying to spread peace, and well, it's not. It's not peaceful in any way.
Okay.
So Adelaide tried to get the Grand Cross to see reason to get everyone out of Oselia and have the Birds of Plague hole up there and try to deal with the issue and make sure that the gates still stand strong. Grand Cross did not like that, and there was a fight that broke out, and then we split, and now there are two factions of us.
The Grand Cross doesn't want the gate sealed anymore?
No, the Grand Cross wants all of us to stay there and doesn't want anyone really to leave Oselia.
Oh.
Yeah.
The gates out, not the gates into the red.
Yes, the gates between Scathin and the Mirefold.
Understood.
So, 2 questions. So sorry, what was the Grand Cross's name?
Oh, Septulus Artok.
Septulus?
I'm pretty sure I have that somewhere.
I'm spelling that how I want to spell it.
That is totally fine. It is. That's a tough one.
Because I want
Septulus is not.
Septulus
Artok,
feels
I'm
very...
terrified.
Septulus feels very on the nose. Okay, I think
Very
I got
Latin.
it. I've got S-E-P-T.
Keith is like,
Okay, I have S-E-P-T-U-L-U-S.
Ooh, close. Septulys.
Yeah, never would've gotten that.
Septulus.
Artok, AR'TOHK.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
so
never would've gotten
close.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't ever expect any of you to get my spelling right. 4
I
names.
want to know though. Like I like having it correct.
That's fair.
Second question.
Sept-
You said that this Ambrostor guy is like currently holed up in a building,
Yeah.
and the building looks like it's out of the Nine Hells.
Yeah.
Was it like a new addition when he showed up, or did?
No.
Okay, did it look like that before?
Nope.
So he made it all yucky.
Uh,
Yep.
because of the plague blight thing he's spreading.
Whatever he has.
Okay.
A lot of us thought he came from like the Mirefold with how it looks, like it's all like red and muscly, sinewy, gross.
Very similar to
Yeah,
the
I can
whole
see why you guys
sin-
left.
The sin thing, and then
Yep.
also he's like getting his powers from other places, right? Is that a thing that we?
Certainly
out.
seems that way.
Yeah, because like I think
I will accept a history or religion check if you guys might want to know more and piece some
Yes.
things together
I
with
know
this.
one of you had a god conversation where they were like, he's
History
pulling
or
his
religion?
power.
History or religion will work.
I have
you know what?
both
I'm
off
just
the same number,
I'm
so-
rolling for shits and giggles just
Yeah.
to see if I get anything.
Got you.
And it's a +1 on either one. Because
It's an 11 on either one, so I got nothing.
I got an 11 as well.
that one of you had a god conversation
Oh.
where they were a god, or the blooming gods maybe confirmed something about how they're like, he is not getting his powers from any of us. He's getting them from somewhere else. And then we were like, Oswald maybe? And we're like, I don't know. And he's getting it from other zones. And religion or history. All
Yeah, I had a
it's a
little bit of
+1 on either
information.
one of those.
Well, you're doing better than me because mine were a +0 on both.
Uh-oh.
Are we rolling 11s in this house?
5. Okay, so none of you would actually gain the correlation of this.
Just get the 4s out of the way.
Yeah, so
This is something
I was like, what if Devin and I both combine
I will-
for an 11
I will-
and get a 22? How does that work?
no.
Oh, please!
I have a paragraph of knowledge, but that's not.
I will give you this.
Oh, please.
The only thing, there was some history prior that I explained that may have a correlation to what is going on with Ambrostor Curie right now.
Yeah, 'cause
The only
That's
thing,
all
I
I'll
was like,
say.
The sap?
the vesiculums are fucking him up. I know
Yes.
that.
That's all I'll say. It's not incredibly important. It's just there might be a correlation to what's going on with something that happened a long, long, long time ago.
Go, Jimmy, go.
That's it. Again, it's
It's
not
hard to
super
have.
huge. It would just be if you know it, it's kind of a fun thing to know. That's
go.
really it.
From what, if I'm correct, and I could be wrong here, it's very likely connected directly to what happened to the God of Madness.
You're on the
Yeah,
right track. There you go.
Because
He
he
tried
tried to eat an entire rift.
Mhm.
That's what he tried to do. That's how he became the God of Madness and got locked away.
And he's trying to use
Ambrostor's using powers from outside of this realm using vesiculums,
Yeah.
which is going to be infecting him the same way.
Yeah.
There you go.
Damn.
That's it. He
There it
pieced it
is.
together.
Yippee!
Big brain Devin. Big brain
Oh.
Devin.
Big brain.
I have to show
Hey,
you.
that's my boyfriend.
This
Damn,
is
he's
what- this is
smart.
what I-
He just had
God,
a,
this
he
is
just had a
smart.
brain blast, and
This
I'm
is
like,
what I
right,
was
I'm like right
talking
here.
about.
That's my boyfriend. He's just.
Yeah.
Muscle
Wait, let me see.
Yeah, but look at her.
Muscle mommy.
Hot as hell, am I right?
Hey, pick me up and cradle me like a baby, why don't you?
Oh.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about.
my.
Those are the fucking
Yeah.
the chicks I'm talking about. When you were saying like, oh, the dripping things,
Okay.
and I went, oh, that makes me think of the Warhammer ladies.
Oh, I'm on the same page.
The picture that I have that inspired this
Damn,
looks a
man,
lot
fuck
like that too,
yourself.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Is that 100%?
Okay, but
Bless your heart and soul.
yeah, so he explains to you the civil war going on in Oselia. The people that sided with Adelaide Tivera have, or at least a small group of the Birds of Plague, have left, guiding refugees across the land to Kirdrogot in hopes of keeping them safe here and away from the essentially impending war that will break out in Oselia.
No wonder why there's so many fucking.
He is an officer of the Birds of Plague, and he followed his commander down here.
Can you tell us
What
what's
is
up with
the God of Madness's name so I don't have to look it up?
A Trozel.
That's right.
Sometimes when I need to feel something, I'll go read his little story thing, and I try to pick it apart in any way that I can, because I'm like, oh no, I know, I'm aware, but I still do it. And there's part of me
Fair enough.
that like with the little doodle you did at the bottom to be like, this is basically what he looks like.
Mm.
Sometimes if I think about it too hard and I'm like, what would that actually look like though? I'm like, oh my god. Like I get real uncomfortable real fast.
God, I would love more art of the shit that I try to describe, because of like in my head it looks so cool and I can paint a beautiful. If I had the fucking Elon Musk Neuralink just to be able to like holographically show you what's in my head, it would look
God,
so
that'd
cool.
be so sick.
Yeah.
God,
50 years from now, that'll be a thing.
50 years from now?
I'll be dead by then.
No!
50 years from now, we'll be in our late 70s.
Yeah.
Do you guys think we'll still be playing D&D?
Dude, 100%. You know, there are people that have been doing D&D for like 40 plus years.
Which is crazy and I love that so much.
Yeah.
Oh, that has the same energy as Travis.
As long as you
Scott,
keep
like-
me in your life as a friend.
It's like it's the same energy as when they finish the campaign in Critical Role and Travis is like, let's do that again. Like it's
Let's do
literally
it again.
You know, that's so weird. I was thinking about today, I saw like them posting like a group photo and I'm like, that's crazy to think about. They're going on to a 4th campaign after this.
Yeah.
Where did the 3rd one go?
Yeah.
I started when they were like nearing the end of campaign 2.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I
that
think, like,
was
right in the middle.
years ago.
Yeah. I hopped in like right in the middle again.
Mhm.
And, like maybe the first, maybe even like the first 4th of
I
campaign
think
2.
I started when I don't want to spoil anything. So around episode like 40-ish, when something kind of big happens. Yeah. Yeah.
When did
Yeah,
campaign
yeah,
3
yeah.
end?
Huh?
When did campaign 3 end?
Not that
Last
long ago.
year, right? Or was it this year?
It was recent.
It was like last month, like
I don't think it was
mid,
I'll find out.
like mid last month.
I guess we are into April now, so it might have been sometime like early this year.
I'm Googling it.
February.
February.
Yeah.
Oh,
it started
shit.
October 21st of 2021 and concluded on February 6th of 2025.
It's like 3.5 years, based date wise.
Why that time frame seems so small.
That seems so fake.
Uh-huh.
It seems not correct.
2021 is when they
Yeah,
Yeah.
late October 2021, and then they finished it February 6th of this year.
That's nuts.
So yeah, it makes sense that we're hitting season 4 logically.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like
us? No.
crazy.
What?
Campaign 2 started January 2018
And when did
and
it end?
ended June 2021.
So yeah, it was about 3 years.
Yeah,
between the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
campaigns.
Yeah, oof.
Crazy. I estimate this campaign will end if
Not if I have to do anything about it. Sorry.
will end like end of next year. That's what I estimate, but I'm not too sure.
Is that including
That's
The
including
fact that
Act
you're
3.
Act 3, but it's not including whatever you have planned for Part 3 of this campaign, where it's other characters,
No, same characters.
the originals.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean campaign 3?
Yeah,
Yeah. No, that's a completely different thing.
that's
That
what I
is-
thought. Just
yeah.
want to make sure I was on the same
Yeah.
page.
Oh yeah.
And then who's to say what comes after that?
Oh yeah. No, as I've told my Sunday group as well, there is a definitive end to this entire universe and world that I have built. Like there is, as a story will end, you know.
Like, are you talking Ethos can never be played in again type shit?
Well,
Or
that's
are
why
you
I'm writing this book,
talking-
is because I'm like making it a playable setting. I'm saying with you guys
Yeah.
and their group,
Yeah.
there is a definitive ending to both of your guys' stories.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But
like,
not an end of the world. We're
Well,
not destroying
We're
the
not
world.
gonna die.
Well, it's distinct.
No, no.
Well,
that
if all of my kooky theories are correct, I don't want them to be.
If I'm correct, I'm gonna be
I'm gonna be very upset if I'm right.
unsurprised, to be honest.
I will be unsurprised but very mad.
Yeah.
I'll be very upset.
I think next year will be the craziest year of D&D for this group and my Sunday group, only because at some point we will cross. And
I'm
I've been
so
thinking
excited.
about it, and I might start doing just an audio recording of our Sunday group, just because it will inevitably tie into the Fragments of a Lost Home.
And having the for posterity, like
Yeah.
having it to like remember certain things too is good, and then
Yeah.
So is it going to be like a temporary crossover, or is it going to become more of a permanent thing when they mesh?
It will be like a temporary thing, but it
temporary, but maybe for a good chunk
Lasting
of time.
impact.
yeah it'll be like a one shot. It'll be multiple, I think, sessions
Yeah.
where we do big group stuff.
Okay.
But that is way into the future. That is
Scary.
Yeah.
Scary, because then they have to deal with us.
yeah. Oh, I think you guys group will get along so fucking well. Anyways,
Anyways, back to our actual fucking gameplay.
back to our regularly scheduled
Back to
program. Regularly,
our fuck.
there you.
Welcome.
Hey, whoa now.
No, but no.
Back to our program.
No,
Okay.
bad.
So, after he explained everything to you, you guys kind of like piece some things together with what he says.
Yep.
What are you guys doing now?
Panic.
See, you asked a very good question,
Oh,
and I say it's a good
panic.
question because I don't remember the answer.
Well,
I don't remember
Which question did I ask?
the one that I said. Hold in our little Riftseeker chat. I'm trying to remember because I know that we need.
I know it's mostly.
Part of it is getting the.
And then my thing is somewhere around here.
Yeah. You could ask this ding dong or perhaps a local if they know.
Well, we can say definitively that asking this ding dong about that one is a bad idea.
Well, yeah, no, certainly a bad idea on that regard. For your staff, though.
Yeah.
So I was like, we need that vesiculum piece, but I also don't want to be like, hi, can you?
Hey, you super
Hey.
chill dude.
Hey.
Give me that.
That
Hold on.
kind of belongs to us, but
But not
but it's
really.
not really. But I would like to have it. Has. But then I don't want that to spark an argument. I don't want to fight him, and I don't want to kill
What is
him.
that? Looks really cool.
Give me that.
give me that. I'm joking.
Except I'm not.
Because then I also don't want to steal from him, but I
Yeah, because
don't.
he's so chill.
But I
Just Baldur's Gate, go behind him and pickpocket.
Double checking, it's Zenorin? Like you put the emphasis on the N, Zenorin? Or
Zenorin, Xanarin,
Okay.
I've heard it both ways in my head.
Zenorin?
I found
I've heard it both ways.
Xanorin.
I made it a little too cool.
Yeah.
Found one of the things I'm looking for.
Xanorin.
Hello and welcome to the N Archives. Well, you will never fucking be able to spell the names of my thing first try just by hearing it.
Save me from this hellscape.
I've given up.
I want to know how to spell everything.
I'll spell them how it's pronounced.
There's something
In the comments, write down Septulus Artok how you think it's spelled.
Yeah, how you would spell Septulus Artok. Also, so he's the Grand Cross of the Birds of Plague?
Septulus Artok is the Grand Cross. From what he told, huh?
That is different from the Birds of Plague?
No.
No. Yours are long.
Hold.
The second you started throwing fantasy ranks at me, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yep. No, I got you because he essentially said all the ranks, and you would be able to put it together.
Okay.
Grand Cross, Septulus Artok, reigns supreme. He is Lord. Then you have Grand Officer, which is Adelaide Tivera, who works directly under him. They kind of work in tandem, but there is a definite Lord and then Officer, or Grand Officer. And then you have a commander, which are like your generals, those who will actually command platoons or groups of Birds of Plague. Then you have your officers who work underneath a commander, and then underneath the officer, which are like people who don't really have a rank, but they are still warriors. They are the knights.
Okay.
So Grand Cross, Grand Officer, Commander, Officer, Knight.
And
And
that's
he's-
all Birds of Plague stuff.
They are all Birds of Plague. You
that
will
is
you will
also
find out later on how to differentiate them too. But you
have
know
to guess.
that he is an officer because that's what he said, and his helmet is that of a hummingbird.
I bet all their helmets are different birds. What is... do
Play
you
more
know-
to find out.
Do you know what rank Yortamil is?
I don't think you would.
Because
No.
time has
Because
Yeah.
can you remind me again, just so I'm correct and it's refreshed in my brain, how long it's been since you
Wasn't
two
it, like,
split? I want to
10
say.
years?
I think I wrote it down. I just need to hear from you.
It's been about 7 years.
That's
7
what I
years.
thought.
We saw Sasha once when he was 5. That was the
Mhm.
first time meeting. And then 2 years later, the incident, and then
So
on the
yeah,
road
you
for
guys
5.
would have got together, and then 5 years later reconnect for a brief amount of time, and then he goes back for another 2 years. So it's been technically 2 years since you last saw him, or another 7 years since then.
Another 7.
So he would have been working for the Birds of Plague for at least 12 years now. At least. So I'll tell you this, you would know it. When you first met him, he was a knight. The second time you reconnected, he was an officer.
Retro.
Yeah, that'll be knowledge that you definitely know about
Word.
Yortamil.
So he's either still an officer or he's a commander now.
And if he's on the wrong side, I don't think that
Oh.
bodes
I ended up
pretty
poking around
bad
that much, but I
for
found a lot of
us.
the information I was looking for.
Period.
Thank God for Obsidian's search function.
Yeah.
Hashtag not
And-
sponsored,
yeah.
but Obsidian is fantastic.
Yeah.
Obsidian's
Yeah, if
great.
you're
I just
not
need to
using
figure
it, I
out how to
suggest
use
it.
I just need to figure out how the fuck to use
And
it.
You just start putting shit in.
Hey, so I
pray.
did that, and I was confused the whole time.
Get
Because
smart.
hey,
And then you also
trying-
got locked out of Obsidian.
I did get locked out of Obsidian, and it did delete every single thing I put in there.
It is a bit confusing to start out with, but mine was just kind of like over time I would accidentally do something and then figure out what it does. I'm like, oh, no
I see.
feature.
I've unlocked a new feature.
Yeah. There's still so many things that I don't know about it, but for what I have, it works for me. I don't really need to know anything else. That's
Yeah.
how I work as a human being. Once things work, I don't ever go forward in life.
Felt. Fucking felt.
It's okay. We're changing that this year, and that's why I'm stressed every day.
2025. Did Zenoran say what the name of his commander was?
Nope. He just kept saying his commander.
I will ask him that.
I got questions. Yeah.
Casually, what is his name? I'm like, oh, well, who's your commander? Is he here? Is your commander here? Type shit. I'm just asking.
Yes, our commander is here. I just saw him like. What time is it? He looks up to the sun and goes, "Oh, I should probably get back." And he starts like he goes and he like picks up his book, slams it shut. He like tucks it in like a little like bag that he has on his side, and he goes to like put his helmet on, and you see him like lock it in place, and then he begins walking past your like group. And as he walks past your thing, the fragment is orbiting, but follows his. You see as he just passed you, on his back is a flintlock pistol that is like sheathed on his back.
Oh, fuck.
And just as he passes you, he goes, "Oh, right, my commander. That would be Commander Bromji."
Why does that sound
know a
familiar?
Brom?
Why does that sound so fucking familiar?
What is Brom?
Hold on.
Brom was from the.
That's the last name, Bromji? Or is it Bromji?
Commander Bromji.
Full one name, Bromji.
Full one name.
Well, he just said Commander Bromji.
Why the fuck does that
Because
sound
Brom
familiar?
is from the Ironwoods.
Well, no,
That's a different character.
thing. I think his name is Bromji.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bromji is the name.
The full name, not Brom space G.
Yeah, it's a last name that he's giving you.
Why does that sound so familiar?
It should be familiar.
Hold on.
It doesn't ring any bells. Neither does it ring anything in my notes.
Staring at me.
Raw.
Unless you.
Is
I have
his
Braun.
name Yortimo Bromji?
No,
No.
it's Van Horn.
My God.
Huh?
It's
Huh?
supposed to be your friend.
Wait, it says, did you
You had a child with this man.
Where'd you get Bromji?
I've always day one I've had it as that.
Who the fuck?
What?
Hold on.
Well, huh? Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a fucking second.
No, don't pause.
No pause.
No
You
pause.
stay right the fuck here.
You stay here and
Huh?
you suffer through this with us.
What?
Scroll through.
It's been Bromji the entire time. I have your origin written out, and it's
This
Bromji.
is Yortimo. That's so. Damn.
What is his last name?
Van Horn.
I always remember as Van Horn.
V-A-N.
Where have I been for the past how long?
Okay, I'll just change the. Okay, so Bromji is spelled V-A-N-H-O-R-N.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I have that nowhere.
Damn.
Where's your original copy
What?
of the quotation?
That is the first major flaw
I wrote it down
I
in
think I've ever
the
had.
character descriptions.
But still, though, why does Bromji sound so familiar?
I don't know. You're insane.
Let's see.
Hey, guys.
Ortonio.
I can
What?
this table.
Is that-
Oh, see what I mean?
Son of a high.
Oh,
yeah,
Okay,
this
I didn't
table.
write the back.
I can pull
Maybe
it.
I just made one up.
But that sounds so.
That sounds like something I would do.
That's
so.
gotta be what had happened. Maybe I never got a last name or remembered it and just wrote one myself. That's fucking wild.
Holy shit. Anyways.
Oh, if I'll correct it to Van Horn, there's a lot of corrections I gotta do now. Oh, fuck.
Wait.
I know I saw.
Hold on. I'm looking back from like day one shit. Hold on.
Where's the form you had us fill
Yeah.
out?
Yep, that's what I'm looking at.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Because I wrote,
about
like, yeah, I was checking the back.
Is it in here? Because if so, then I'm a fucking asshole for just being like, this is his name now.
I'm gonna look at the character.
Did you? I don't know if you ever sent me a last name for him. I think I just made one up.
Oh.
I think I just said, fuck whatever you have. I'll do it myself.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
What?
I'm scrolling through frantically.
Is there something on the Discord maybe that you might have
Yeah.
sent me?
I was wondering if it was in the. Okay, it wasn't in the character art. It wasn't in the backstory. I remember. Oh, I mean, I've written it down in like my paper notes, but I don't know if I've had anything typed up for you.
You good? Yes.
All I have is his first name in every conversation we've ever had. It's only his first name.
Oh shit! Oops.
Legendary miscommunication.
My bad. I think I should have asked,
here's
and
the
I just
question.
never
Which last
fucking
name is he
did.
gonna take?
Van Horn.
Van Horn. Okay, I will put that in my notes.
All right.
So-
Rewind.
So let's go back.
Yeah.
So that means he's
Van Horn.
sir. That means
Did you say?
he's fucking.
You just say Van Horn?
He's on the right side.
He's on the right side.
He's on the right side of history.
He's on
How do you spell Van Horn?
VANHORN.
K.
Like a car.
No.
and a-
No. I'm not,
Okay.
I am not Keith spelling.
Understood. I was waiting for an E at the end. I'm like, that's a
Van
Keith spelling.
Van apostrophe horn.
Van Horny.
Yorkville Van Horny.
Wait. Did you say Van Horn?
Call me Yorkmill. I'm about to be Van Horny.
That one fucker from Cars by Pixar.
Huh? You lost me. I was
I'm
there,
gone.
and then you lost me.
You know,
Anyways,
no one has an appreciation for Cars anymore.
correct. Except
Yeah.
for 5-year-old children.
Cars is a good movie, but also
Fuck you.
Pixar.
You say fuck Pixar?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? What'd they do? What'd they do to you? They big
Was it
dog you?
Cars Pixar?
Yeah.
I could go into it for a long time, but I shouldn't. Because
That's a conversation for another time.
Give me
Tune in to
a
our
name
9th
for-
channel where we shit talk Pixar.
We're well past 9.
You name dropped
Are
my
we?
man.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Send a message.
Rewind.
I'm going to.
Editing me. Cut all of that out. I know what I'm doing.
You put little snippets.
As he walks past you, you see the flintlock pistol sheath on his back, and he goes, "Oh yes, our commander is Commander Van Horn."
Wait, Van Horn?
He's correct.
Can you please take us to him? Please.
At this point, he would like turn fully to you, placing his hands on his hips, and just, "Do you have business with our commander?"
Yeah, I do. It's complicated. He and we go way back. The father of my son.
Who? He takes off his helmet and just like, you see him like wide-eyed now and goes, "Say that again.
Mortimer Van Horn.
What about him? Who are you to him? Tell me again."
The mother of his child.
You're Eve? No. He described you so differently.
I had white hair back then. But
I'm about ready to fight him.
You're Eve.
I hope that's a good kind of... I hope he said good things.
I can't believe it. Finally, I get to meet you. Oh, I'm so sorry. He goes and just repeats his name to you. I'm one of his greatest friends. And you know how much he talked about you. Like every day. Of course, please follow me. I will take you right to him. Man, what a weird day. And he starts like trudging down the hill. All right, so he's gonna lead you guys towards Kirdrogot. So what you all doing?
I'm not gonna follow in silence.
I'm driving
because
my-
this doesn't feel like a thing that I should be really a part of, but I know that I shouldn't leave for it.
Yeah.
Anyone want to hop in the wagon?
I'll hop in the wagon.
Get in the wagon, bitch.
I'm in the wagon, bitch.
I'm already like a little ahead on the broom.
Fair enough.
Little witch on a broom. Casting spells and shit from the broom.
All right. So you guys approach Kirdrogot.
Let me change the music.
And the name.
I will change
pops
that
up.
later because that is fucking everywhere in my notes, and that's gonna take a little bit of time. Is there anything you guys want to do while you're traveling to there? It's not that far away, but I'm just, if anything you need to do before moving in.
Riding my wagon.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm just chilling along for the ride, just waiting to get there. Looking around, obviously.
Yeah, I'm looking around, taking in the area.
Sure. So he would lead you down what would be kind of like a main road of this refugee camp, which is big enough for like wagons and horses to get through. Sure. For those of you who want to like look around and see if there's anything interesting going on, make it a perception check.
Oh. 22.
Damn.
Nat 20.
Oh yeah, that's better than I thought. It's a 15.
19.
Very good.
Thank you, Gawain.
Okay. Macau, we'll start with you, since you have the greatest perception. So, you guys make your way into the refugee camp, and a lot of people immediately start eyeballing you, and you all would get the sense that they are like hungry vultures who are all ready to pounce on your wagon once it is left unattended. That is an easy feeling to get. These people do not look good. They are all scared, frightened, hungry, tired, confused. And they're all just kind of like looking at you guys. A lot of them would like approach the main road and be like, newcomers or supply wagon. They don't know what to make of you yet.
How are they looking at her little direwolf?
Dubbin, how are you?
Little direwolf.
Little?
I'm not so.
Did
Little.
we figure out what size we want to make him? Because he is considered large, but we can whatever.
Large.
No, I would say like
Ball.
I would say
Okay,
little in
he's
quotation
so he's
marks.
like horse size.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Ivor might be the one thing that is keeping them away.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I love you, Ira.
As
Ivor stays with a good boy forever.
every step that he takes is just a poof, poof, and he just like keeps his head down. He's following Dara. Any person who gets a little too close, it like shoots in the look, and then will like just very, very low, not so much an aggressive growl, but more so protective of, hey, keep your distance. Just
You're in our space.
Good.
yeah, stay away from my space.
Good boy.
So, nah. Yeah, Ivor's doing a good job of like keeping people at bay, and again, that's like one of the deterrents they have for not up and just jumping on your stuff. Yeah.
Also, you got the orc and the monk. You fucking wagon.
Correct. That's why you guys are getting a lot of weird looks. Is you are kind of a ragtag group that have just appeared here with a wagon. So there's a lot of strange looks, a lot of hungry looks towards you. All of you, even if you're really not paying attention, would hear things here and there about how people are. They don't really know what to do. It seems like all of them are just kind of waiting for something to happen. You would hear conversations here and there. When are they gonna let us in? Aren't we supposed to be getting food? Water? I hope my family is all right. I wonder what's going on in Oselia. Like things like that you would just kind of hear in passing. Macau, specifically you. Nice.
Good question.
As you are kind of like looking around, this place seems to you might be a bit more homely, considering where you grew up in Ditch. Not so much the landscape, the people though are very similar to Ditch, as in these are
poor people who don't know what's going on and are just trying to survive. And so you see all these people and would almost have like flashbacks to Ditch of seeing street urchins wandering around the street begging for food or money, children who are kind of like huddled up on like a street corner, mothers and fathers who are doing whatever they can, even if they have to commit crimes to just provide for their family. This is the tension and feeling you get from these people. In passing, you would hear specifically one group of people who are talking about someone. We have to lock this up before night. You know what happens if Glasspaw comes around. Well, we won't have a lot. Probably won't see until next week. So come on, get to it. And then as you kind of like look around, you would notice some things here and there that might allude to there is something or someone here that has made a name for themselves, doing bad things, stealing, committing crimes, stuff like that. Glasspaw would not ring a bell to you, but roll an insight check for me. That's the one.
Eight.
Unless
That
you
is
let me
negative
try
one.
again. What? An insight? No, I have
Um,
Oh, so it was a 6 instead of a 9.
That's probably all you would get for information, is that there's someone around here who's causing a stir, and it's making people restless and making them more careful about their belongings and actually keeping things close to them. Let's see. Dara and Ornan, you guys also rolled 2. What was your guys' roll?
I was a 19. It's a
19,
15.
yeah, 15. Okay. With Gawain being your kind of eyes and ears from above, it would help out a lot in surveying this area. One noticeable thing that would stand out to you is that most of these people have not like formed groups. They're all kind of like separate but together, if that makes sense. But there is one place among the refugees that have almost like banded together and made tents in like a circle, forming like their own little compound, if you will. And in the middle is a wagon that seems to be almost overflowing with supplies. There are people with weapons surrounding it, and you would see at least one person there who looks more noble than the rest of them, kind of like walking around, making sure everything is in order and commanding other people.
I don't like that.
Same.
Friendly, I hate it.
And then Ornan, from where you guys are at, you are driving the wagon. You wouldn't really see anything, see or hear anything specific or interesting, but a lot of people again are still eyeballing your wagon. You would see one person who looks a bit more rough, I guess. This guy would have like a kind of like chipped battle axe on his back, wearing like hide armor, very similar to what you might have seen in Igus. Big, muscly dude, has like the what is it called? Is it Fu Manchu mustache? The one that like hangs down? Is that what it's called?
That is a Fu
Yeah.
Manchu?
Yeah. And then has like a little piece of hair on his chin, braided black hair going down.
Oh,
Very muscular, has scars on him, and is just kind of standing there. And he looks at you, looks at the wagon, kind of like lifts his head, cocks a smile, and then walks into the crowd away.
Was it kind of like I know where you're from? or kind of like a sizing me up, I'll get back to this kind of like later look.
Insight, I'll give you advantage for this one.
I was like, there's
Manchu?
two
Okay,
very
yeah.
distinct possibilities.
It is just
that are
like a
going on.
long, thin mustache that goes down. Yeah, Fu Manchu. Sick.
Natural 20.
Let's fucking
Nice.
go.
It might be a bit of both, but one thing's for certain, you have seen this look before and you've given this look before. This is the look of, I'm raiding you the moment I get the fucking chance.
Oh, fuck!
And I have the power to do so.
Fuck!
He just, with that look, he just said, I'm coming for you. And he wanted you to know that.
Great.
What he doesn't know is that I bite.
What they
We're in the clear, guys.
What they don't know is I have a pocket-sized chihuahua named Macau in my pocket that I can just throw at him.
Pocket Macau, go! Fucking Five Nights at Freddy's.
I just go. It's like my Pokeball. I take out my Pokeball. Go, Macau! Boom!
I choose you.
I kind of like. I kind of like poke, like lean like closer towards like the back of the cart and just go.
I'm probably leaning up in the front, like next to you. I'm in the back, but I'm just like.
But I was just like, I go.
What's up?
We are not leaving this cart.
What if I have to piss?
We
Too bad.
do
Piss
not
yourself.
leave this cart alone at all.
Okay.
Most of your supplies are on you, though. I don't think you have any supplies in the cart, right?
No.
It is
That
purely
is
just.
incredibly accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
is.
is
all
it.
on us.
It is just, but it is a covered wagon.
Yeah,
So
it's a nice
they
wagon.
don't know what you have in the cart, but it was more so that this guy, they just see a wagon and assume supplies.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just.
Plus, they might just want the wagon. It's a good wagon.
What race was he?
He was human,
Human.
Big boy human.
big boy human. Yeah.
We walked in.
I was like, I just got the look from a raider that I used to get that look when I was about to
Like, fuck up shop.
fuck up shop. Yeah,
Okay.
kind of like he wants us dead. I'm going to take your fucking wagon whether you like it or not.
Well, you know what's crazy about that is what he doesn't know is that I bite. So we're good. I can just, we'll fuck him up if he tries anything
You're just like
silly.
you're like a little dog that I can
Yeah,
just like,
you
keep
just
in my
throw me
pocket,
and
and then
I'm-
I can.
ready to go.
We need to like come up with like a combo move for like that
Yeah,
shit to where it's like you
yeah,
like come at
because
me
you
and then
are
I like
so big.
fling you.
You are so big and I'm like a normal height.
We
and
should
So,
we should come up with something like that.
yeah.
We should get like a like combo move where I
Yes.
just like you like climb up my back and
Yes.
then I grab your arms and I fling you over.
Yeah. Orn cow.
We'll workshop
Or-
it later.
Or Micnin. Nope. Well, yeah, no, we can workshop it. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, no. If you could just give like a basic, if you could briefly describe this man to me, so that I can
I briefly
keep an eye.
describe this man.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I will keep my peepers peeped.
Okay.
I so appreciate it.
So, following Zenorin, you guys would eventually make your way to what looks to be more of an organized militaristic camp. There is a large tent, and then kind of adjacent to it, lining a small kind of like pathway, would be other tents. They all look exactly the same. And then Zenorin kind of like stops you as you approach and just goes, I will let him know of your arrival. If you just stay here, procedure and all that, can't really have anyone,
Right.
yeah.
Of course, of course.
Right.
Thank you.
And maybe you and I should talk later.
Okay. Sure.
And then he like points to his head and then points up to the fragment
There you go.
and then walks into the
Subtle.
tent.
I was about to be like, if he tries anything, I was like, I'm fucked.
You're what?
When the guy,
Don't worry.
that's so insensitive. When your milk comes out to talk, or if you go, I don't know. Do you want us to? If we are present, do you want us to be quiet, or do you want privacy? What do you? What's up?
It's like,
I think we can all go together. I'm sure I'll find a moment where I
Okay.
could spend it with him alone.
Okay, I just
Catch
don't
up
want
on
to,
things.
like...
Someone needs to stay here.
No, I was already
Yeah,
talking to
yeah.
Macau, but I got sized up by a pretty big
Big boy.
Oh.
big boy.
Oh,
Jeez. Kind of.
He wants
I
our
would,
asses.
would assume that he is a raider like
yeah.
me. Kind of gave me a smirk that I used to give people back in the day when I
Yeah.
was about to fucking wreck shop. So
I see.
So yeah, we'll keep our people respect.
yeah, I was like, Macau and I are probably going to.
I'm gonna bite him.
We're going to stay watch over the
That's not
wagon.
healthy.
Just be
You know what? I'll let him.
You don't know where he's been.
Hey,
Just be safe.
I'll let
I take
Macau
it
bite. I was like, if they're trying to fucking steal our shit, I'll let Macau
Dude.
fucking just go bite the person.
It'd be cool. You know how like some people like, well, this is like a whole Baki thing, but like there's a guy in the show Baki where he trains himself to become resistant to poison with his hands. And so now like he can like dip his hands in poison and like if he hits someone, they become poison. What if you do that with your teeth?
Oh,
Like poison infused teeth, so you just
That's crazy.
I hate that,
Dude.
but also that's cool shit.
it is cool.
In that same vein, I have to get it out before I forget. If it wasn't so expensive, I absolutely body mod type shit would get vampire teeth.
Oh hell
I absolutely
yeah.
not like long, but just sharpened down a little bit and just accentuated
so you can, like-
to be straight vampire teeth. I would do that so fucking immediately. No joke, but it's expensive. I want it so bad. I want to be a vampire.
Just wait
all
50
the
years
time.
when we have Ripper Docs, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
So,
That's the goal. Live long enough, live forever.
just
Then go Cyber Cycle.
be careful, guys.
Optional.
We will. Oh,
I do appreciate, like, sorry
Oh.
for dragging all of you just so suddenly without consulting
no,
you first.
hey,
No, it's okay.
this is
Yeah.
important to you. So
I figure a VIP ticket's to someone who knows a whole lot of something.
It's okay.
You
You know,
I
we're in this
worth it
together.
I was like, Macau and I will just stay watch. Just yeah.
Bite any passerby, apparently, too.
Yeah.
Normal day.
Can
Yeah. So, yeah, if you would like to come with me, since
what's your direwolf's name again?
you have a lot of...
Ivor. Can Ivor stay here?
I was going to keep him here.
Thank God.
Where are you wanting to come, or... You're really good at the whole... You got a lot of lore. You're pretty good at...
So, as you guys are waiting here and kind of discussing amongst yourselves, at some point you would kind of hear like a table or chair fall down and shift out of the way, like a, and then throwing open the curtains of the tent is a fully donned bird of plague, a holy warrior. And so, our dear Eve has learned that her lover, Yortmil Van Horn, is here in Kirdrogot. They learned of the war in Oselia, and those who follow the Grand Officer Adelaide Tyvera have left Oselia and sought refuge in this town. Tensions are rising, and if something doesn't change soon, it can only get worse. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you want more, why not consider joining our Discord? There you can talk to the players of the campaign and be a part of our lovely community. Thank you again for listening, dear friend. And goodbye for now.